Hi, Scott here from X Factor Cars, Southland's V8 specialists, stockists of the South Island's biggest selection of Holden HSV, also with a wide range of everything Ford, FPV and classic American muscle. With an in-house finance specialist, we can tailor build a package to suit each and every budget, from no deposit, structured payments and up to 60-month terms. If we don't have it in stock, our team will search high and low to find what you want. Check out our testimonials, xfactorcars.co.nz.
Peter Scouten, leader of the points so far. Peter, it would be pretty well expected that you'd come out of the Woodford Glen round leading it, one of your favourite tracks in the country and something you've certainly done a few laps around. You must be stoked to be leading such a class field of saloons.
Oh, in a field like this, you just don't know where you're going to be. It's such good competition, and yeah, especially having to sort of relearn the setups on the car, but all the changes we've made, I feel pretty lucky to be where I'm at. But yeah, it's still a long way to go, and there's definitely some real strong cars out there.
Well, technically we've only had one round and there's still 3 to go tonight here at the X Factor Cars Riverside Speedway, tomorrow at the Rock Beachland Speedway, and then of course over at Cromwell at the Heavy Tracks Hire Central Motor Speedway. So, and a lot of these tracks you're very familiar with and very, very quick on. You've got to have a little bit of confidence. The only thing that may let you down is maybe mechanical stuff if it comes and be a gremlin for you.
Yeah, still a bunch of nerves that I've got to deal with as well, but the last couple of seasons I haven't seen much of these tracks, which is a little unfortunate because I love racing down south, but I still know where to turn left on most of them, I think, so we'll see how we get on.
Well, this is a completely different service, so you wouldn't have had an opportunity to race on this. It's a whole new service. We just heard in driver's briefing go a little bit slower, and turn 1 and 2 it's a bit soft at the moment, but it's expected to be a very fast and drivey, when multiple lane tracked as well.
Yeah, I'm much looking forward to it.
Good stuff, Pete. Good sponsors, mate. We'll give you the opportunity to thank those guys.
Yep, Glen 24/7, Norwood Farm Machinery Centre, MV Motors, Stealth Engineering, Marlboro Engine Reconditioners, AWS, Custom Signs.
We'll butt in here. Sorry, Phil. Mate, how you going? And of course, Phil, we just wanted the opportunity to catch up with you. Sorry to interrupt your chat there.
No worries.
And of course, this car, definitely a bit of an improvement on the ones we've had over the last couple of seasons. It seems to be going very well.
Yeah, Jace, I really like this car. The old car was pretty cool on a slick track, but this car here is 2014 more chassis, so we're having some good fun in it, learning it as we go along in Speedweek. It's great.
Okay, and of course you've been to Ashburton a few times and you're leading the Saloon points up there as well, so you sort of had to give that up in favour of doing the Speedweek. It must be a little bit gutting knowing that you're a clear leader and you've had to renege it all.
Oh yeah, Jace, it's all part of it. That's why we went to Ashburton early on, was to get seat time before Speedweek, because obviously that's an important part of our series and our season this year, and we went to Ashburton and we got some good races in there, and we were obviously leading their points, and gutted to sort of relink that, but we'll get another couple of points and meetings in there before the New Zealand CTRA champs in April.
Okay, good stuff. And so tell us the difference between the old car, this car, chalk and cheese?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Ford and Chev, the more chassis is more forgiving, I guess. My car, I knew it like 14 years in that thing, and I knew it really well, so there's a whole lot to learn in this more car, and it is going good, and we're just getting better and better.
Well, you are actually, and we've seen reliability starting to become a good factor in your racing as well. It always helps.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so, and yeah, we can't really, sort of say too much against it, but obviously good sponsors have helped you get this puppy.
Yeah, we've got Advanti Racing on board again. Advanti have been with us for quite some time now. Concrete Grind and Shine, Full Noise Customs, Temps Bar, and Central Lakes Automotive.
Okay, good luck.
Thanks, Chase.
And this is one of the promoters. They've got a bit of a team of promoters here at the the X Factor cars, Riverside Speedway, and of course, Scotty, mate, massive changes here. A lot of the guys, we've just been speaking to Steve Williams, and he was saying just how impressed he is with the setup and the way things are going.
Yeah, we're pretty happy, Jace. It's we're really just following on from a couple of really good seasons here with some big shows, with some big crowds, and we had a lot to live up to, and we think we're doing a good job, and yeah, it's a good place to be.
Absolutely, and it looks $1 million, this place. That's one of the biggest comments we've heard so far. Even coming here, coming up the road, you can see and know where to go. Everything's well signposted. Daryl Shuttleworth telling me you're up mowing lawns 2 hours of the night last night. Everybody's putting a big effort to make it look 100% today.
Absolutely. We've had club members here. The last couple of shows we've had push mowers. One night we had 14 push mowers out here. Like, it sounds silly, but everyone's taking a lot of pride in the place. Everyone's doing their bit. Brent Hastings, Invercargill man, country contractor in Dunedin, he's been out here with his tractors and toppers, and he mowed all of the pit area, the outfield, the roadsides. He's amazing. Everyone's doing their bits. Great.
Good stuff, Scotty. And good racing today. Track's looking all right, so you must be excited and pumped for it.
Definitely, Jace. We've obviously put a lot of effort into that track. Well, when we say we, Trevor Black, he's I don't know when he sleeps, that guy's nocturnal, but yep, big effort, and it's looks to be nice and grippy. I think we should see some good racing and some good passing all night.
Good stuff, Scott. Well, we won't hold you up. I know you're busy, boy, with all your bits and pieces. You've got a driver's briefing, I'm sure. So, hey, good boys are saying thanks very much and well done.
No, thanks for being here, guys. The pits have been great. I've streamed the previous round of Woodford Glen. Amazing. Anyone sitting at home watching this, you're in for a treat.
Welcome back, folks. 2018 Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek, brought to you by MTF Finance here in Invercargill. Heat number 1 of the evening. The Mondial Group taking on the Moving Company Group. Artie and Skelton, car number 12 from Christchurch. In the Mondial Group, car number 16, Ted Ingram, 21H, Steve Williams, Barry Taylor from Cromwell. Daniel Hinton, car number 46. Matt Green from Dunedin is car number 59. 68 from Invercargill, Dean Shearing. And 71, Willie Woodhouse. They make up the Mondial Group. The Moving Company Group, Group B, car number 2 NZ is Paddy North. Car number 5 is Danny Knight from Christchurch. Car number 18 is Chris Taylor. Joe Ingram, car number 27. Car number 21 from Cromwell is Graham Williamson. 53 from Invercargill, Jeff Richardson. Car number 57 from Dunedin, Aaron Andrews. And David Ingram, 116 from Auckland. Lights are out. We'll get a start this time around. Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek. Race 1 of the evening about to get underway here at X Factor Cars Riverside Speedway. We are racing. Penny North leads them off down to turn 1 and 2. Green has a big look on the inside. Shearing didn't get such a good start that time around. He's dropped down the field. He almost goes right into the back of Green, but out front at the moment it is Paddy North who leads this one here. Chris Taylor just, he's half a dozen car lengths behind already, so North really starting to stretch the legs. Then we go back to car number 5, which is Danny Knight of Christchurch, being chased down by Dean Shearing. Car number 27, Joe Ingram, he's in this battle as well. And just behind Ingram, we've got the man car number 21, that is Steve Williams. Then we go back to Skelton, Artie and Skelton just behind him. But it's Paddy North at the moment making every post the winner. He's got probably 10 car lengths at the moment. Green, he's fallen down the back of the field. Aaron Andrews down there as well as car number 16, Ted Ingram from Auckland. So Paddy North heads him through. Then we go back to car 18, which is Chris Taylor. Danny Knight, car number 5, Dean Shearing still holding that 4th place, so he's doing well at the moment. He'll be happy with that. Jeff Richardson in a good wee battle at the moment as well. Car number 12 just up in front of him, which is Artie and Skelton. Still Paddy North who leads this one here from car number 18, Chris Taylor. Taylor being chased by Danny Knight. Shearing doing a great job in 4th place at the moment, managing to hold off car 27, which is Joe Ingram. Then we go back to Williams. Skelton's the next in the queue with Jeff Richardson just behind him. 71, that's Willie Woodhouse. Just behind Richardson. Then we go back to Graham Williamson, Taylor there as well. Then it's Aaron Andrews. Then we've got Green, the car 16, Ted Ingram at the rear of the field. So Paddy North ticks off another lap. Taylor still doing a great job there in 2nd place, starting to stretch the legs overnight now. So they're all starting to find their own little piece of real estate out there at X Factor Cars Riverside Speedway, getting into a real rhythm. But it's a 2NZ at the moment. The Love Lady chassis of Paddy North, who leads this one here, race 1 of the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek. The Mondial group taking on the Moving Company group at the moment, and it's Paddy North with a comfortable lead. He's starting to chase down the back markers already. Then we go back to Taylor, still holds that second place. Real good battle starting to shape up here at the moment for third, fourth and fifth. We've got Knight just ahead of Dean Shearing in car 68. Then we go back to Joe Ingram. Nothing between those three cars at the moment. That's your battle for third, fourth and fifth. Lap traffic, Green just ahead of Paddy North. North moves to the outside of Green. Green sticks down on the pole line, does the job well. North goes to the outside, lets him through. So Paddy North, once more, the big Chevy comes past the control tower. Taylor now with that little bit of lap traffic up in front of him. No change for that third, fourth and fifth place at the moment. In fact, Knight just managed to have found a wee bit of rhythm now, and he's pulled away slightly from Dean Shearing in car number 68. So Shearing, white flag is out though. One more lap to run here for Paddy North, the current 2NZ. Currently sits in third place in the series at the moment. He's going to collect the black and white checkers, the 2NZ of Paddy North. He takes this one here out from car number 18, which is Chris Taylor. Then we go back to Knight, car number 5. Shearing, a good finish for him. He'll be happy with a fourth place finish. And car number 27 rounds up your top 5. Then it's Joe Ingram. But Masterclass up front in race number 1 of the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek, brought to you by MTF Finance and Invercargill. Your 2NZ, Paddy North, he banks some valuable points here in heat number 1. Group A, the Mondial group taking on the Moving Company group, and the spoils of victory go to none other than Paddy North.
Okay, folks, here we are back at the X Factor Cars Riverside Speedway. Winner of heat number 1 is this man here, Paddy North. Paddy, you must be stoked with that result. You got off and away, but you'd expect that off the front anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Yeah, the track was a little bit dry, so I was pretty pleased to be out the front for that one and not have to deal with passing too many cars. So yeah, wrapped with that result. Good way to start the night.
Absolutely. What's the track doing? It obviously had to come in after that first little bit of a race there, but dry. What's the story?
Yeah, obviously, I guess with the rain they've had, not being able to prepare the track properly, even though we had a lot of rain, it's still very dry, the track. So it's made it quite dusty, quite marbly. But the guys are trying their best. You know, they got the water truck out there, and that it is what it is. So we just got to deal with it. But not looking forward to my next one off the back. So put it that way.
Bit of work to do, that's for sure. Good result, Paddy. Well done. And any changes for the car for the next one? I suppose it's a bit hard to decide what the track's going to do.
Yeah, we actually had a puncture. We had a tyre going down on that one, so we're just going to change some wheels and a couple of other little settings on the car just to tighten up a little bit for the next one and get out there and see what it is.
Good stuff, Paddy. Congratulations on heat number 1 win.
Awesome, mate. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Build it, make it, fix it, shift it, tow it, stow it, dig it, lift it, mow it, trim it, grind it, chip it. We hire it. Mix it, pour it, smooth it, finish it, saw it, clean it, nail it, polish it. 0800 24/7 rent. We hire it. 0800 24/7 rent. We hire it.
Hi, Malcolm Nardo from Suck It Up. We specialise in hydro excavation in the Canterbury region, safe dig methods around services. Also we do septic tank cleaning, drain cleaning, CCTV of your pipes. If you want an excellent service, please check us out on Facebook.
Suck It Up Limited, 740 Marston Road, Christchurch. Call them 24 hours a day on 027 588 8809.
Race number 2, the Moving Company Group taking on the Chem Wash Group. Nigel Ross from Auckland, one of the best to ever race in this series. Loves the South Island tracks, loves throwing that Love Lady chassis around the place. His aim in this series is top 5. Lights are out, we are ready for a start in this one here. Race number 2, the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek about to get underway. We're away and racing. Down into 1 and 2 we go. Aaron Andrews leads him through. Look at Ewan Shearing all over the back of Graham Williamson. Then we go back to Woodhouse and car number 117. Phil Burgess having a big look. Oh, there's big trouble on the back straight there. Once again, Chris Taylor gets thrown around. Paddy North almost tied up in that one. Yellows are out. We'll go back to a restart. It was untidy right before turn number 3 and 4 once again. Mark Hinton as well, I think he was tied up in that one there. Jeff Richardson, car 53, another one of the locals. He's a rookie to the Speedweek. He's certainly another one of these guys that's going to learn a lot from the series. Just having a look at the Midas Speedway New Zealand replay. Yeah, just a bit of a tangle up towards the end of the field. Nothing too much in that one. Could have been a whole lot worse than what it was. So we take a look at the Midas Speedway New Zealand replay. You just see them come down the back straight. Oh, big contact on the replay. Taylor got clipped. Back wheel there by Hinton, threw him up in the air. We're going to get a start this time around though, folks. Restart, heat 2 of the evening. We're away and racing. A better start this time for Woodhouse. It was. Oh, Ewan Shearing gives the wall a bit of a kiss on the way around between 1 and 2. Graham Williamson has a big look on the inside of Aaron Andrews. Pokes a nose down between 1 and 2. Andrews defends. Through 3 and 4 they go. Graham Williamson has a look on the inside. Shearing to the infield. Taylor on the infield as well. So it's untidy. Issues for Hinton. The front end of his car sulking at the moment. It's hanging down. So maybe a wee bit of that damage from that first contact has cost him, but it's Graham Williamson, car number 21 now, the X-Factor cars. Hypermac Mustang, who leads this one here from Aaron Andrews, Ogden Eden in car number 57, currently holding that second spot. Williamson with a couple of car leads. Here comes Skelton, car number 72. Dutchie pushing pretty hard at the moment. He's moved himself up into 3rd place, just ahead of Billy Woodhouse, car number 117. Here comes Phil Burgess from Cromwell, car number 15, looking for a way around Woodhouse at the moment. Jeff Richardson doing a great job also. He's right in the mix of things. So Burgess has moved up into that 4th spot from Woodhouse, and we go back to car number 27, that is. Moves in there as well, just ahead of Richardson. But out in front at the moment, Graham Williamson still just holds a slight lead over Aaron Andrews. Here comes Dutchie, car number 72, Peter Skelton, pushing pretty hard at the moment in 3rd spot. He's your series points leader at the moment. Joe Ingram trying to do what he can to get around the outside of Woodhouse. Manages to get it done. That's for 6th place. Down between 1 and 2 at the moment. Tell you what, Andrews really is not letting Graham Williamson go. Half a car length between the two of them as they head down past the Community Trust of Southland side into 3 and 4. Onto the main straight. Andrews pushing very, very hard indeed. Only a car length between him and Williamson. Peter Skelton, he's right amongst this battle as well. Then we go back to Phil Burgess, who's in car number 15. He's got Ingram in his mirrors just behind him. Then we go to Danny Knight. He's next in the queue. Woodhouse still there as well. Richardson's dropped a couple of spots. Paddy North's picked up a couple of spots. I tell you what, North and Murdoch really starting to come through the field now. Looking for gaps, of course. Trying to make every point they can. Murdoch now, he's currently up into the, looks like 7th place at the moment. North just behind him. But out in front it is still Graham Williamson, who's in control of race number 2 of the Saloon Speedweek. He's managed to pull a gap now on Aaron Andrews. Another couple of car lengths. Andrews in second place. Then we go back to Dutchy. That's Peter Skelton, car number 72. Really starting to tighten up for the Miners at the moment. Phil Burgess doing a great job there, holding fourth place from car number 27, the Protect Machine of Joe Ingram. Then we go back to Knight. Look at Murdoch looking for a way around the outside of Knight at the moment on the back straight. Paddy Norse there as well. Then we go back to Taylor. But it's still Graham Williamson starting to really stretch the legs on the Hypermac Mustang. Good battle there for second and third place at the moment. Aaron Andrews holds that second place. He's defending well. White flag presented. Checkered coming out. Next time around for Graham Williamson. Aaron Andrews still second place. He's got a ton of pressure at the moment from Peter Skelton in car number 72. Only a car length between them. Look at this. Murdoch's picked himself up another spot. He's now moved up a position, but the checkered flag comes out for car number 21. The man from Cromwell, Graham Williamson, 57. Aaron Andrews will take second. Dutchy, Peter Skelton. He'll take third place. Phil Burgess in fourth. Car number 27, Joe Ingram, he's next in the queue. Then we go back to Murdoch. He made up a stack of places, starting from the rear of the field. But it's Graham Williamson, currently sitting seventh in the title chase. He's bagged himself a good fistful of points here tonight at X Factor Cars Riverside Speedway. Much needed points. It'll certainly pay off a little bit later on throughout the evening as they start racing for shootouts. Start racing for the final. Every position you can get up the grid is valuable. There we go, folks. Graham Williamson, car 21, takes out race number 2 for the Holden Trade Club. Saloon Speedweek, the moving group, taking on the Chem Wash group.
Okay, folks, here we are back at the X Factor Cars Riverside Speedway. Just so happens this is the main sponsor, so it's got to be a good thing for a start. But Graham Williamson, fantastic that was. You've managed to be able to get that car across the line in first spot.
Yeah, it felt good, Jason. I mean, we've been waiting for a sort of a front-end grid draw for a while, and we've been chipping away in the mid-pack, you know, and making passes. But what's very obvious is that the starts are critically important. You know, if you want to make a pass, you've got to do it in that first 2 or 3 laps. So I just made a conscious decision to go for it.
You've done a lot of laps around here at Riverside Speedway, so you've probably got a little bit of inside information, but this track completely different to what you're used to.
Oh, it is. I mean, I think it's a good track. I mean, I was sort of, I guess, settling down after about 6 or 8 laps, but I could see where cars might attack me from. I was sort of thought Dutchy might have attacked, but no, that track's good. I mean, let's face it, right throughout the country, it's been problematic in terms of the weather, and considering, you know, the unpredictable weather and the extreme weather we've been getting, the tracks are pretty good.
Okay, so any changes to the car for this next race, or you're quite happy the way it is? I said the boys are just giving it a wash, so clearly not too many changes going on.
No, not really. I mean, we'll wait now to see if we've made the pole shuffle. I mean, I think that's going to be critical out there. If you can get in that first 6 off that feature, you know, I think you've got a shot at it. So we'll just wait and see now. I think we've had a first and a 10th, so it's going to be close.
Sponsors, who looks after you?
K&D Automotive, I've got to mention those guys. They've been fantastic, not only for myself but for Scott. And obviously X Factor Cars, you know, all those boys, Southern Car Painters and Commercial, they've been fantastic. We had a bit of panel damage. We sent the panels down, they got them painted. And Jason McMullen, he stepped up and got them stickered for us in his own time whilst he should have been at work.
Good stuff. Righto, Graham, we'll let you carry on. Best of luck for the rest of the racing, and have a good evening.
No, thanks very much, Jason. Cheers.
Everyone is looking for a little edge. Our local business tech experts come to you to help you find yours. Spark. Little can be huge.
Drop in and see the team at Spark Business Southland at 239 D Street in Invercargill, or call them on 0800 784 482, or Spark Business Canterbury Hub at 392B Russley Road, Christchurch. Call them on 0800 246 027.
Welcome back, folks. Heat number 3 of the evening, the Holden Trade Club Saloon Week, brought to you by MTF Finance and Invercargill. Also a big thank you to Valvoline, Repco, Tauranga ITM, CRC, Chemwash, Barclay Engravers, also Mondale as well. Great sponsors on board. This is heat number 3. Last heat, of course, and we do a bit of a mash-up on points, see who's going to make that pole shuffle. Been some fantastic racing here tonight so far. Wins to both Graham Williamson, Paddy North as well. So how important is this for Ivan Murdoch? Car number 7, starting from the front row of the grid. He's right up there on points. So's Dutchy, of course, car number 72. He'll be looking to pick up some points in this one here. Trying to bag enough points, of course, to head into that shootout. And starting spots in the final tonight. Absolutely vital. 2 more rounds of this to go. These guys travel north tomorrow, head to Beachland Speedway for round 5. And then the big final, of course, on Saturday over there at Central Motor Speedway in Cromwell. It's coming down to the wire, folks. Points very, very tight in this series. And tonight, round number 4, a pivotal round. They got 2 rounds last weekend up there at Woodford Glen in Christchurch. Greymouth unfortunately rained out after a round of racing. The guys have travelled south. It was rained out here at X Factor Cars Riverside Speedway last night, so we've managed to put it on tonight. Keep an eye out for car 69. Lights are out. We are going racing. Race 3, Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek is underway once again. Ivan Murdoch it is who leads them through. Taylor high and wide on his outside on the back straight. Through they go. Car number 71 just right in behind them. That there is Willie Woodhouse. So Woodhouse up into 3rd place. Then we go back to Hinton, down to turns 1 and 2. It's Murdoch now who's managed to get out in front. He'll want to clear away from the field here and bank some valuable points as we look down the order a little bit. Car number 72, Peter Skelton, he's dropped a couple of spots here. He's got Steve Williams just behind him. So he's going to want to move up and not give Ivan Murdoch too much of a gap at this stage. But Barry Taylor, he's right over the back bumper of that Pro X chassis of car number 7. Ivan Murdoch, down they go between 3 and 4. Murdoch leads them around. Taylor just behind him. 3rd place at the moment, that car number 71, Willie Woodhouse from Christchurch. Then we go to car number 45, which is Mark Hinton. Behind Hinton, car 46, which is Nigel Ross, the pale blue machine just behind him. And then car number 12, we've got Arjun Skelton. trying to find a way through at the moment. Ewan Shearing, he's picked himself up a couple of spots from the rear of the field as well. He's managed to get around the outside of Dean Shearing. Dean Shearing has certainly been wanting to make up some much needed points in this one here. Phil Burgess, he's lost a couple of spots, but out in front at the moment, Barry Taylor still all over the back bumper of Ivan Murdoch. Down between 1 and 2 they go. Woodhouse throws it in deep. Oh, there's a big contact there. There we go, folks. Steve Williams goes over here, nowhere to go. Car 72. Peter Scouten was involved in that one there. Hinton was as well. And Steve Williams had absolutely nowhere to go. Untidy. Look at the damage down the side of car 21, the Valvoline machine. Crash crew there just checking that everyone's okay. I don't know if you call it joy or not, but the watching the replay there, thanks to Mitre Speedway New Zealand, that incident there, and it was Hinton and Ross went into turns 1 and 2, nowhere to go, and it got ugly. We're going to restart though, and it's Murdoch who leads down into turns 1 and 2. He's got Barry Taylor in second place at the moment. Then we go back to Wooly Woodhouse in third, and then Nigel Ross holding that fourth place. Car number 16 trying to find a way through there as well. That is Ted Ingram from Auckland. He's trying to slot up into that fifth place and put a wee bit of pressure on the back of Ross. He's just managed to get around the outside of Artie and Scouten. Phil Burgess here as well. Here comes Ewan Shearing trying to find a way down the outside of Burgess. Then we go back to Dean Shearing and car 117, Billy Woodhouse at the rear of the field. But Murdoch now, he's managed to stretch the legs. He's got a couple of car lengths over Barry Taylor in car number 28. Woodhouse still doing a good job there in third place, holding off Ross. Here comes Scouten trying to find a way through there as well. Car number 12, keep an eye on him. He's pushing pretty hard, trying to get past the pale blue machine from Auckland. Car 16 it is though. Ted Ingram still looking for a way around there. He's really fine. Look at this battle now for third place. Woodhouse is right there as well. Ross looks for a way through. Car 16, Ted Ingram manages to sneak through, almost up into third place. Through turns 3 and 4 they go. Ingram has managed to make the move. The Ray White machine up to third place now. Car number 16 gets past Woodhouse. So Murdoch leads this one here from Taylor of Cromwell. Then we go back to Ingram, car number 16. Then Woodhouse, Ross. Look at Ewan Shearing. Ewan Shearing's just picked up 2 spots. He's right on the outside in this Hypermac, pushing as hard as he can on his home track. He's trying to go around the outside of Ross now in car 46. Contact between the two of them. Can Shearing get drive off too? He does. He's now moved up into 5th spot. So your race order. Murdoch leads this one here in car number 7. Barry Taylor in 2nd place. Then we go back to Ted Ingram, car number 16. 71. Willie Woodhouse in 4th place. Then Ewan Shearing, who has come from the rear of the field, up to 5th place. He's your local, folks. Get him behind him. Artie and Scouten just behind Shearing at the moment in car 12. Phil Burgess has moved past Ross as well. Ross's car starting to just smoke a wee bit out the back end, so he's got mechanical issues. White flag is out though for Ivan Murdoch. Half a lap still to run here at X-Factor Cars, Riverside Speedway. And it's your man from Cromwell, car number 7. He's going to take the race win here and bag some valuable points here in the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek. 28, Barry Taylor, 2nd place. Then we go back to Ingram in 3rd. Then we've got Woodhouse and Ewan Shearing. What a drive from him to come home in 5th place. But Ivan Murdoch bags himself another win in the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek. Valuable points, valuable positions as we head to shootouts. And it's another win for Ivan Murdoch from Cromwell in that Pro X chassis. Make some noise, folks. He had some pressure on him in that one there, but he's a cool customer and he takes Heat 3 win just ahead of his fellow Cromwell competitor, Barry Taylor. We'll go and do some adding up, folks, and we'll be back.
Okay, folks, this is becoming a bit of a habit for this man here, the 7T of Ivan Murdoch. Ivan, mate, it's a pretty challenging sort of a track out there at the moment. I tell you what, you'd be pleased you're up the front because there's a fair bit of action happening behind you.
Yeah, no, it was good to be up the front on that one. Obviously, there was a bit going on back further, but our first heat we were well back and made a fair few places, so hopefully that's going to bode well for the pole shuffle and the feature, hopefully.
Absolutely. So the car feeling all right?
Yeah, real good. Yeah, probably could have been a wee bit tighter in that one, but we just sort of drove it accordingly and just kept it straight and fast down the straights, straight around the corners. That's about all you can do with that track.
Is it a bad shaped track, or is it just obviously the weather's become a major impact of what's happened to tracks in the country over the last couple of weeks? But is it terrible?
Oh, no, it's not terrible. I don't mind a track like that. It's not everybody's cup of tea. But yeah, no, the track's fine. It's the same for everyone. The first race, the first heat I had, we were running inside, outside, 2 lanes, so you can't complain about that. The track's the same for everybody. You just got to set your car up to suit.
Absolutely. So, good sponsors on the car, obviously looking after you?
Good sponsors on the car, Jace. Uppercut Firewood, my company, Cromwell Collision Repair. We've got Metro Graphics and who else have we got? Total Auto Electric and Cromwell Tyres.
Okay, so any changes to the car for the next one?
We'll just wait and see what happens with the pole shuffle. See what happens there. But yeah, we might tighten her up a wee bit for the feature. But big thanks to the series sponsors. And all the sponsors that are sponsoring all the groups as well for the Speedweek. So
good stuff, Ivan. Congratulations, mate. You've still got a wee bit of work to do.
Still got a wee bit to do, Jace. Yeah, we'll see how we go.
They will go toe to toe, 1-on-1. Each car that wins on that 1-on-1 basis will stay out there. The car they're beaten drops off and fills their position as we go down the order. This will establish your top 10, folks. So this time around, we will get a start. In the starter's hands, Burgess the outside, Taylor the inside. Holden Trade Club, Saloon Speedweek pole shuffle underway. Burgess moves to the outside of Taylor, gets plenty of drive off too. Down the back straight, past the Community Trust, the Southland side. Taylor fights back though, has a look on the inside. Pushes Burgess to the outside. Look at that smooth move round there. And Taylor sneaks through. Can he hold him out though? Burgess has another look. Taylor gets that drive, this time out of 2. He looks comfortable down the back straight. Checkered flag about to be presented for car 28. Barry Taylor of Cromwell. He defeats Phil Burgess, car number 15 of Cromwell. So Burgess will return to the infield. Taylor stays out to fight another day. Chris Taylor this time. He's been in the mix of things tonight. The Hydraulic car, he's moved to the outside and Taylor on the inside. We're away and racing. Taylor the inside. Taylor the outside, sorry. And both Taylors, of course. Barry Taylor it is to the outside. Chris Taylor, about half a car length in front at the moment. Car 18, through they come. Can Barry Taylor do the crisscross like he did last time? 1 lap left to run. Barry Taylor tries to have a look on the outside, but Chris Taylor covers. Taylor gets some good drive out of 2. Half a car length between the two of them. Chris Taylor it is that stretches the legs down between 3 and 4. Barry Taylor still looking for a way through. He pokes the nose of the Mustang on the inside, but he's not going to have enough. And Barry Taylor, he's now out of this one here. Chris Taylor continues, car number 18. He will now line up against Graham Williamson, car number 21 from Cromwell. He picked up a race win in heat number 2 this afternoon. So Chris Taylor's elected to go to the outside line. Graham Williamson the inside. Williamson gets a jump. He'll lead down between 1 and 2. Chris Taylor, high, wide, but look at the drive he gets out of there. Graham Williamson by a car length at the moment. 1 more lap to run here in the pole shuffle for the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek. And it's still Williamson. Oh, Williamson slightly crossed up in the Hypermac Mustang, but he manages to pull away from Taylor. One more corner to contend with here at X Factor Cars Riverside Speedway. Checkered flag's going to come out. Graham Williamson will advance. Chris Taylor will head to the infield. Graham Williamson will now go toe-to-toe with Danny Knight. Williamson chooses the inside line. Wise move. Danny Knight on the outside. He's been consistent tonight. Danny Knight from Christchurch. Williamson the inside. Knight the outside. Between 1 and 2, Williamson. Look at Knight though. He's all over the back of Graham Williamson. Williamson defends. Down to 3 and 4 we go. Knight has a big sniff on the outside. Can Williamson defend some more? He's down low. Oh, look at that. Williamson tucks him just in behind. One more lap to go. Can Graham Williamson advance up? Oh, Knight's overcooked it. Williamson pulls away with this one here. High, wide, Knight went, and it cost him. Graham Williamson is going to advance some more. This is going to put Knight into the infield. Graham Williamson moves up another spot. 5th and 6th is what they'll be battling for now. So Williamson moves to the inside. He's not going to get it though. That's Joe Ingram says, no, I'm going to have the inside line. I've seen how good you've gone there, son. I want me a bit of that. So Graham Williamson now is going to have to do it from the outside. Joe Ingram on the inside. We're away. Can Graham Williamson cover? He got a good start. He covers Ingram, car number 27. Graham's car will be nicely up to temp. Everything will be feeling pretty good. Ingram's just pulled up off the infield, and at the moment, Graham Williamson with a couple of car lengths with 1 lap to go. Williamson, the star at the moment in the Holden Trade Club pole shuffle. Ingram trying to squeeze everything he can out of car 27, but he's not going to have enough. He's going to have one more crack between 3 and 4, chucks it sideways. Graham Williamson once more manages to stay out on track for the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek pole shuffle. Ingram's out of this one. Paddy North up against Graham Williamson, the 2NZ. This will be a battle. Paddy North, Graham Williamson, Williamson the inside, North the outside, North on the loud button pretty quickly. High, wide, Graham Williamson, can he sneak underneath? No, he can't. Paddy North manages to go around the outside of car number 21 from Cromwell. Through he goes. He's got a handy lead over Williamson at the moment, but Williamson's done well. Williamson has one wee dive at him on the last lap of this one here, but it's Paddy North. Stretches the legs on the back straight. Graham Williamson comes back at him again. One more corner to contend with here in this pole shuffle, and it's going to be the 2NZ of Paddy North who advances through. Graham Williamson does well though. He's managed to move himself well up the order. Up to 5th spot. Ivan Murdoch now. The two big guns this evening. Paddy North on the inside. Ivan Murdoch on the outside. Murdoch picked up a win in race 3. North a win in race 1. Murdoch just cruises right around the outside of Paddy North at the start of this one here. Can Murdoch hold on to it? Look at him, just stretches the legs down there back straight, pulls another car length. Paddy North, the 2NZ, those coming back at him. But Murdoch, cool customer, cool as a cucumber, through he goes. Almost overcooks it, he has overcooked it, manages to just hold off Paddy North, half a lap to go. Nothing between the two of them, almost a touch. In fact, there was a touch between 3 and 4, checkered flag out. And it's going to be Murdoch who picks it up. The 2NZ will have to settle for 2nd spot.
The St. Nicholas is a familiar sight around Bluff as she steams out to capture Can-Do Fishing's famous Bluff kinner. Once caught, the kinner is brought back to the purpose-built factory in Bluff where it is processed, packed and shipped fresh to you. But that's not all that Can-Do Fishing can do for you. Try some of their green-boned fish or delicious power products and you will soon see why seafood from the Bluff is world famous. So head to your local fish market or supermarket and ask for Can-Do Fishing kinner, fish or power. Can-Do Fishing, there's nothing we can't do for you.
Got a broken computer? Don't throw it in the bin.
E-Waste Services to the rescue!
Has your TV or toaster blown up?
E-Waste Services to the rescue!
Be a superhero. Recycle your electronics today. You don't even need to leave your home or business. They'll pick up most items anywhere in the Wellington-Kapiti region. E-Waste Services. They recycle anything with a plug. Head online to ewasteservices.co.nz or call 564 5464.
Welcome back, folks. 2018 Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek. Sun has now disappeared down behind the trees, so we'll be getting ready to go racing this feature final. Round number 4 here at Expector Cars Riverside Speedway. Dutchie having some trouble on the main straight there too, so be ashamed to not see him up and running. Great series, great cars, and it is really going down to the wire as far as points go. Through they come, lights are out, we're about to go racing. Holden Trade Club's Saloon Speedweek, the final underway. It's Paddy North, Ivan Murdoch into turn 1 and 2. We've got Knight in 3rd place, and we go back to 27, which is Joe Ingram. North now just manages to sneak ahead of Murdoch. Through they come, what a sight here at Expector Cars Riverside Speedway. Paddy North, your 2NZ, leads this one here. Knight's all over the back of Murdoch at the moment. Chris Taylor's involved in this one as well. He's in a good wee battle with Graham Williamson in car number 21. He's down in 6th place at the moment with Barry Taylor and Phil Burgess just behind them. Pretty dusty out there at Expector Cars Riverside Speedway at the moment. Murdoch's not given up. He's chasing Paddy North, the 2NZ at the moment. Down to 3 and 4. Couple of car lengths between the leaders. Then we go back to car number 5, Danny Knight. He's in a good wee battle with Joe Ingram in car 27. Then car 18, Chris Taylor and Graham Williamson. Keep an eye on Ewan Shearing. He was showing some pace last race out as well. He's starting to weave his way through the traffic. He's picked up a couple of spots. Still a long way to go in this one here. And it's your 2NZ, Paddy North, who leads from Ivan Murdoch, who's in 2nd place at the moment. Knight falling back slightly. Graham Williamson's made a move on Taylor. He's now moved up into 5th spot, car number 21, the Hypermac Mustang. Out in front though, still no change there. It's Paddy Knight, your 2NZ. Starting to stretch the legs now, starting to pull away from Ivan Murdoch, who's in 2nd place in car 7. Danny Knight still in 3rd place. Then we go back to Joe Ingram in 4th. Graham Williamson in 5th. Chris Taylor in 6th. That's how they line up at the moment. Barry Taylor, he's here as well. Phil Burgess. Dean Shearing doing well. He's in the top 10. He's being chased down by Dutchie in car number 72. Then we go back to Woodhouse in 71. Aaron Andrews. Steve Williams is there as well. So's Artie and Sheldon, he's there. All pushing hard, mid-pack. Lap traffic ahead now of Paddy North in the form of Green from Dunedin in car number 59. North just tucks in behind him. He won't want to be held up. He flicks to the outside on the main straight. Sneaks past car 59. Murdoch still comfortably holds that 2nd spot at the moment. Knight hasn't got an answer for him though either. Good wee battle happening between Burgess and Taylor further down the order. That's 7th and 8th place. Dutchie trying to pick up another spot. He does. He goes around the outside of Dean Shearing. Still Paddy North, who leads. He gets around the outside of Green. He's a lap down. Might have picked up a couple of car lengths as Knight gets around the outside of Green also. It's all lap traffic. Let's take a wee look at your race order at the moment. We've got Paddy North, the 2NZ, who leads us one here from car 7, which is Ivan Murdoch. Car number 5, Danny Knight, he's in 3rd place. Then we go to 4th, which is Joe Ingram in car number 27. He's got Graham Williams in car 21 on his outside. Then we go back to Chris Taylor, who's in 18. Then we've got Barry Taylor in car 28, Phil Burgess in 15. Peter Scout in car number 72, and Dean Shearing in 6. Oh, Burgess has gone around car 15. Phil Burgess between 1 and 2 has a spin. Is it going to be enough to bring out a yellow? Burgess is parked up. Sure, the yellows will come out. This will condense the field if they do. Yellows are on. This will condense the field. Phil Burgess, I don't think he was tapped, not sure. I think he spun on his own accord, but this here will bring the field together. We'll go racing this time around. North, Murdoch, Knight, that's your top 3. Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek gets underway once again. Ducking, diving cars all over the place. Paddy North leads them down into turn 1 and 2 here. Graham Williamson's made a move on Danny Knight. He's up into 3rd place, Graham Williamson. He's all over the back now of Ivan Murdoch as well. Paddy North, though, leads us one here. He's managed to pull out a car length. Murdoch in 2nd place. He's down low. Graham Williamson on the high side. Danny Knight, oh, there's a wheel come off. It's come off Paddy North's car. It's come off the leader's car. North has lost the wheel on the back straight. For a start, I thought it was off Williamson's car. Then the front end of Paddy's car sunk on the back straight. Heartbreaking stuff for the leader of this race and the man who sits 3rd in the series at the moment. He really needed the points. It came down hard on Ewan Shearing's car as well. It bounced on that, bounced up into the catch fence on the back straight, and eventually found itself over on the main straight here at Riverside, so it certainly covered some distance. So ready for a restart. Holden Trade Club Speedweek. And it's Ivan Murdoch, car 7, leads him down into turn 1 and 2. Graham Williamson trying to make amends for that spot that he was put back on the grid. Danny Knight's a wee bit wiser this time around though and just pushes Williamson just slightly wide. It's a heck of a battle there between 2nd and 3rd place. Murdoch will be quite happy that they're battling it out and keeping the pressure off him. Williamson though, right round the outside of Knight. Knight's on that inside line. Williamson's getting plenty of drive and he's slotted up into 2nd place. Does Williamson have enough? Car number 21 from Cromwell. He's got plenty of experience here at this track. He's up into 2nd place. Murdoch still leads. Then we go back to Knight. Then we go back to car 27, Joe Ingram. Then Taylor, Chris Taylor that is. Then Barry Taylor. Then Peter Scouten, Dean Shearing, Aaron Andrews. Look at this battle for the lead though. Well, Williamson and Murdoch touch. The last thing they want is damage. But they're going to leave it all out on track. They're side by side on the main straight. Williamson to the outside. Can he cover? Oh, there's contact. Murdoch and Williamson make contact, and Williamson sneaks past. We have a new race leader, folks. Graham Williamson, car 21 from Cromwell. He leads the final here of the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek. From Ivan Murdoch. In second place, Murdoch's chucking everything bar the kitchen sink at Graham Williamson at the moment. Knight still in third place. He's still being chased by Joe Ingram in car 27. Graham Williamson, he started sixth on the grid. He knocked him off one by one, and he's starting to pull a lead at the moment over Ivan Murdoch, his Cromwell clubmate. Williamson was smart in the shootout as well. Look at this battle starting to heat up now for third and fourth place. That's your battle between Danny Knight and Joe Ingram. Knight in control at the moment. Best of the locals at the moment, Dean Shearing, he's up in 8th place. There's some good battles happening further down the field. Steve Williams amongst the thick of it with Nigel Ross. Artie and Skelton there as well. Only a couple of laps to go. Make it one lap, folks. Graham Williamson goes around the outside of Billy Woodhouse. Lap traffic. Matt Green up in front of him. Graham Williamson is going to take the black and white checker and win the feature race here. Heat 4, the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek. Your winner, Graham Williamson from Cromwell. He takes it out. Ivan Murdoch in second place. And third place, we go back to car 5, which is Danny Knight of Christchurch. What a drive for car 21. A deserved win. Him and his crew work hard. They never leave anything unturned. They spend a massive amount of hours on that car, and that's just rewards to win the feature race here at the track named after his business, X Factor Cars, Riverside Speedway. He turned it on. Put your hands together, folks, for Graham Williamson. What a drive. A big thank you, folks, for coming on out tonight to take in the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speed Week. It has been absolutely fantastic. There's been some great racing. Make some noise, folks. Your feature winner of the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speed Week, Graham Williamson.
Okay, folks, we go with the third place getter of this event. Of course, it is the X Factor Cars round number 4 at Riverside Speedway here for the, here we go, it's a big long spiel, isn't it really? The Holden Trade Club Speed Week for 2018. Danny Knight, mate, that was awesome. You've had a really good run on this. This must be, well, must make you feel good to actually get a podium. You know, Woodford Glen, you got the heat race. This time you got a podium. You seem to be going up and up as the series carries on.
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely soaked. A bit of misfortune for the guys in the second heat that I wasn't part of. And that sort of brought me up in the point side of things. But finishing 4th out of the heats, very, very happy with that. Finishing 3rd in the features. Bad luck to Paddy, I run over his wheel nut there at one point. Really wanted to beat Ivan. That was my aim this week. We were best men at each other's weddings and really wanted to get one over him. Looks like I'm going to have to get number 1 to do that.
Well, I'm thinking at the end of the day, it's, you know, there's still a couple of rounds you're going into tracks you're familiar with as well, so that may help you out a wee bit. Ivan's definitely smoking it, but Graham Williamson, no one had an answer for him. He was off and gone.
Absolutely, and when I saw him go out there, I thought, well, he should be easy to beat from out there. But he just drove right around the outside of everyone. I wasn't willing to go out there, so best of luck to anyone doing that.
Well, he did it, and he did it well, and you know, his team are over there patting themselves on the back, which is a fantastic effort for those guys. And of course, your team, you've got a good team. You know, obviously want to thank those guys as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Normally it's Shane and Les. They're in Christchurch, so we weren't able to get the day off work to come down, but they'll be with us in Dunedin and Cromwell. So it was my dad and Nevin and my wife Jenny, my 2 kids, Harrison and Oliver. Really good to have them here in the pits. That's not always a common thing at speedway tracks, but like really good having them here. They get to be involved and they get to wear a bit of day glow, so happy with that.
Good stuff, mate. Well, good sponsors. You got all them sorted out?
Yep, so Tube Fab, Marley Fiberglassing and Bleprint. Also big thanks to Holden Trade Club, Valvoline, Moving Company, Mondial and Chemwash. Like we wouldn't be able to do any of this without them. And yeah, like it's been tough listening to the 29 lapper in Greymouth. I was really looking forward to that, but super stoked where we're at.
Okay, folks, here we go with the second place skier for this round at the X Factor Cars Riverside Speedway. It is, of course, this man here, Ivan Murdoch, 17, mate. That's another brilliant run from you. You must be happy. That'll put you right up there on the points.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, just hard track. Like the car went off a wee bit towards the end. All credit to Graham. He drove really, really well. But yeah, no, happy with that. That's good for us in points. Unfortunate for Paddy what happened there. Yeah, don't like to see people go off the track like that. But yeah, that's racing.
Well, it should have done his front tyre up, really, eh? But, and of course, you know, an outstanding drive from Graham. I'm not going to take it away from you. That was a good one from you guys. But, I mean, yeah, he just had the setup. I mean, he had the answers, and no one had the answers for him.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, no, we just went off a wee bit. We didn't set it up tight enough. But yeah, no, credit to him. He set his car up well and coming for the win. So, no, we're happy with that. Good for our points and good for the series. So.
But the other thing too is that this is midpoint, really, isn't it? So you're going to 2 rounds left to come. This is midway. This is the sandwich between the meat, so to speak. So accumulating points is a good thing. Maybe get them back on your home track. You're obviously very familiar with that. And Dunedin, you go very well at as well.
Yeah. No, we love Dunedin and our home track. Yeah. So hopefully, you know, we can bag some good points there and keep up there in the points.
Good stuff, good sponsors, mate. We'll let you have the opportunity to thank them because obviously you wouldn't be here without them.
Wouldn't be here without them. Uppercut Fireworks, Cromwell Collision Repair, Metro Graphics, Cromwell Tyres and Total Auto Electric. And a big thanks to the sponsors of the series, who's obviously Valvoline, who brings the series to you, Holden Trade Club, and the series sponsors, Kim Wash, Mondial, and that's about all I can remember at the moment, but thought it would.
And the moving company. So you did pretty well there. Hey, well done, Ivan. Second place, nothing to be sneezed at. Congratulations, mate. We'll see you at Dunedin tomorrow.
Thanks very much.
Okay, folks, here we go. Oh, wow, Mr. G. That's an awesome effort, mate. I mean, you started in 6th position. You plucked them off one at a time, and I said plucked, off one at a time, and that was just a brilliant drive. Nobody had any answers for you, mate. You must be stoked with that effort.
Yeah, I am, but I mean, all credit goes to the crew, mate. We got back from Greymouth, and they worked on the car for pretty much 16 hours solid. They went over it bit by bit, and then tonight with the setup, Paul just nailed it, and that car was. It's the best it's ever felt, honestly. Yeah, I mean, Paul said you're going to have to go out wide to make some passes, and so I thought, oh well, we'll see what the old fella can do.
It was probably the best job I've ever seen you do, and that's an honest opinion. I mean, you just had the answers. No one had any answers for you. No one could ever get near you. The gap would have opened up to probably 8 or 9 car lengths by the time you cross the start-finish line. So, I mean, that's a pretty outstanding sort of run for Graham. Mate, like you said, the crew's obviously the ones that have done the job for you. But the car, I mean, everybody's complaining about a slick track, but Graham Williamson's going around the outside of 5 others. I mean, mate, that's nothing to be sneezed at.
Well, I mean, once again, I mean, excuse me, Trevor Black, he's really pulled a blinder this season, and yes, it was slick, but there was still drive out there. There was still passing, and you know, what sort of convinced me was when we were doing the 4-wide salute, I sort of thought, well, I'll go out right by the wall and just see what's there, and I thought, no, this feels all right out here. So yeah, no, all credit to the crew, mate. I just sit in it. That was fantastic.
Are you buzzing?
Oh yeah, I am.
Are you knackered?
I'm knackered.
Good stuff. Good sponsors, mate, too. I can see you got a good couple of ones on here who looks after you.
K&D Automotive, Neas Graphics has done a lot for us this year. Jason McMullen, Southland Commercial and Car Painters, you know, X Factor Cars, obviously. You know, they've all done a fantastic job, and without the sponsors, we just wouldn't be able to race. I mean, and that's one of the reasons we keep the car looking so good is for our sponsors. You know, we want to put on a show for them.
Mid-pack, mid-place, that's going to put you up on the pointy end. 2 rounds still left to go, mate. So I tell you, it could be anybody's. Dunedin, you usually go pretty good at. Cromwell, you excel at. You've got to rate your chances now.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean that's just one tick in the box, really, Jason. I mean, but we did have a plan. We sat down today at midday, had a bit of lunch, and we said, well, you know, this is our chance to move forward. We've done a few laps out here, so you know that's what we've done. So you know, but there's still look what happened out there. You know, Paddy loses a wheel, Dutchy. You know, that's just bad luck. And so you know they'll be back to find another day tomorrow night. Don't worry about that.
Absolutely, K&D Automotive is the other one you're looking for. Congratulations, of course, Graham Williamson. Well done. We're going to let you celebrate with your team. They're all sort of itching to try and give you a wee hug and a kiss, I suppose. So we will let you do that, eh?
Bit of man love.